Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing episode 2 of this kind of video. So, this is my cousin Valeria.
Hi guys.
And we're just going to be talking today about things. So, okay, you know what's crazy?
What?
Let me ask you the first thing that's on here.
Stop. I thought that was gonna be brunch or dinner.
No. Okay, so have you watched the Elvis movie?
I have not actually.
You should.
Why?
It's a masterpiece.
Which Elvis movie? The one that came in theaters?
The one with Austin Butler? You haven't
Never
seen that
watched
one?
it. Austin Butler.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I've watched a little bit of it, but I don't think I've finished it.
Really? You should definitely watch that
Why?
for sure.
It's good.
It's good. Oh, I also did have a question on here. So, what's your biggest fear?
I don't know. I really
You
don't
don't
know.
know?
I've never actually like thought about that.
What's the first thing that comes to your head?
Oh my god. I have this the movie The Nun. I had a nightmare of it literally not last night but the night before, and I haven't had a nightmare in so long, and like I'm so scared of that,
Really?
like The Nun.
So that's your biggest
Just The
fear.
Nun.
What about
Just
in life?
in
Like, are
life.
you scared of heights, like spiders? Like,
I think I'm scared of heights, but to a certain point, you know? Like somebody standing on the edge of a cliff, that's where I'm like, no, like why are you doing that? Like, but
mhm.
that's really it. Like I'm not really scared of anything.
What about public speaking?
I used to be, but not as much anymore.
Really? So you think
Yeah.
you can do anything? No fear. You have no fear in life?
I don't know. Like I think I have to be put in the situation to know.
Really? Is there
Mm-hmm.
something that like you can think of and be like, "Oh no, I could never ever do that."
Bungee jump.
Why? Cuz falling?
Yeah. Just
That's
falling.
probably
That's scary as hell. Like, oh,
it's okay.
how are you gonna trust a little like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
like a
just
string.
don't. I don't get it.
Okay.
You?
I've actually thought about this. One of my biggest fears, I have two that I can think of right now. One is being in a shooting.
Okay.
I have like bad dreams about that. And number two, I forgot. Wait, I was just thinking about this. It was I don't know. Another one that I can think of is being put on the spot.
Okay, I can see that part.
And it's almost contradictory because I do acting and you do that in
You
front of
have to do that.
everybody, and especially
Do
being
you like acting?
vulnerable. Do I like acting?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, because I like the process and like how it looks at the end and
Mm-hmm.
everything put together. It's like a project and you could see the final product. And I love, the stories and stuff. But the process, I'm still, learning to deal
Learning.
with that
I feel
because
like everybody had to go through that though to be where they are, like acting wise. Not
yeah,
everybody's
definitely.
born with that talent, so it's kind of like,
Yeah, because you definitely have to work for it and you're put on the spot a lot
mm-hmm. Yeah,
and you're incredibly vulnerable.
yeah.
It's like doing the most heart-aching things in front of a lot of people.
Dude, that
It's
scream that you
scary.
showed me, like whenever you had to practice that scream, I was like, I've never heard you scream like that.
Really,
That
it's
was kind of scary.
scary.
Yeah.
It's scary because you have to like put yourself in that situation to have such a heart-wrenching scream, you know?
Mm-hmm. You have to be put through that pain.
Uh,
That's insane.
like I can already feel it just thinking about it. It's a little, yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, it kinda, I wouldn't say it traumatizes you, but when you think about that, you can
Yeah.
feel it all over again.
So I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could do acting. I remember I had to do a
Really?
commercial for my job.
Really?
They tried to give me like to be serious, but I just could not do it. And we were there for like
Mhm.
a good 30 minutes just trying to get me to be serious, but I just couldn't do it. And I was like, you know what? Can we just like change the script or something?
Oh my
So
gosh.
me and my coworker started work just like joking around. He's like, "Oh yeah, do that, do that, do that." Just act like you guys having a conversation. And I was like, "Okay, I could do that, but I can't be serious like that."
Yeah.
But if you were to ask me to cry on the spot, I'd probably cry.
Really?
Yeah, I could fake a cry.
It's hard. I mean, it's easy
I
to
could probably
cry.
start crying right now.
Really?
That's how I think I'm a good like actor on that.
Really?
But I'm not a good liar. I'm not a
That's
good
what I
liar.
was thinking too, because I'm like, I like to cry, you know, and doing it on camera, like I can cry, but it's the fact that you have to do it over and over
Over and
again.
over again, yeah.
And so I was crying for like a good 2 hours, and that catches up to you. It's
Damn.
hard. Like at the end, like I tried crying and nothing came out. I was dry.
I was dry.
Yeah. So I guess that's the hard thing about like having to do it over and over
Mm-hmm.
again and having to have it authentic and it be like the first time that you were experiencing it every time.
Yeah. Damn.
That's another thing. Oh, and I actually had that problem with being serious because I was doing a short film with my friend, and since she's my friend,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I was supposed to be mad at her
But you
and
couldn't be
giving her
serious?
attitude, and I couldn't. I'm like, I can't be mad at you. And then we did an acting exercise that we learned in our class, and actually does help.
Really?
Yeah. So it immediately puts you into like the focus and
Mm-hmm.
not thinking about, oh my god, but she's so funny, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. My next question is, what's the most important thing you've learned in your relationships?
Ooh, that's a good one.
The most or the first
Like
things?
relationship wise or like family wise or like anything in general.
Yeah, any relationship.
I get too attached easily. Like even with like family members, like I can't do it. I can't. Like I'm so clingy. You know what I mean? And I
Hmm.
hate it. But that's just the Pisces in
That's not a
me.
bad thing.
It can be to a certain point. Yeah. I feel like that's what really messed up my relationships in the past. You know what I mean?
Why?
Because I've been so clingy and it's called anxious attachment. You know those attachments that we were talking with your mom?
Hmm.
That's what I believe it was. So
What's the difference between just a healthy attachment versus?
anxious attachment is that you want to know where they're at 24/7, what they're doing. If they don't answer, like what's going on, um, and then like you start to become sad and something like that. Really, it's just, you can't really
Mm,
do life without them, basically, and that's not healthy.
well, yeah, when you put it like that.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah.
It was really really bad. In my last relationship, so I take and I was gonna say take advantage, but I meant to say take. How do I say it? Responsibility that it went bad on my part, but you know, can't do anything about it now. But
Okay.
I needed that heartbreak, so.
What's something that you refuse to pass on to your kids?
Ooh, just the yelling. You know how my mom is?
Yeah,
The
that's something too.
yelling and like, and my mom's very desperate. I've noticed that like she gets very desperate if she doesn't have things done her way.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know. I as much as I love my mom, I just don't want to be like her. You know?
Yeah.
You?
Is there anything specific? You just said the yelling.
The yelling. I want to be a kid with them. You know?
Yeah.
Like really just experience it with them. I don't know. I see my mom treat my brother differently. Like growing up, like she treated me completely different than the way she treated my brother now. But she still has some aspects that like she still has, which is the yelling.
Hmm.
And I try to like correct her from it, but she's like, "You have to understand this," and like I'm his mom. Go ahead, but like I think it's
Hmm.
just really mainly the yelling
Okay. Trying to think of mine.
and having to react. I mean, just reacting differently the way my mom has whenever like when Leo drops something. You know how my mom is on that.
Hmm. Yeah.
You know, he's a kid, like things happen, just
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah, that's something too. I wouldn't want to pass that on to because then when they get older and they drop something, like they get that same like fear is instilled into them to do things wrong.
So every time they do something wrong, they're like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, like
Yeah. Yeah, and that's something that I've experienced too. Like when I dropped the cup, you know
what's up?
when I dropped the milk when you were here,
When?
when I was moving the
Oh
table
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and Harvey was just about to tell me like don't move the table with the cup on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I dropped the cup. I felt that in my heart. Like my heart dropped. And I was just thinking,
Oh, you
well, my
notice
mom's
how we
not
didn't
here.
react a certain way? Like I didn't think much of
Yeah.
it because I mean it happens, you know. Like
Yeah. But I mean, even though Harvey's getting better at that, I was expecting him to be like, oh my gosh, like I just told you to not do
yeah,
that, you know? But, and then I, I lately realized that spills and messes are not a big deal
they're not.
because the kid can easily just clean it up, you know? Like that's the worst thing. Just cleaning it up.
Yeah, I don't know. Everybody's different. Everybody grows up different. It's just obviously like we get yelled at when we do messes and stuff like that. I remember like when we used to live together. Do you remember the way my mom would like yell at you because you wouldn't get out of bed? You were the last one to be in the car.
No, I don't remember that.
Oh, Chris is here.
Oh, cool. But no, I don't remember that.
Hold on, let me end this.
Why did anyone say anything?
No, because I don't want them to know everything. You know, like I want
Oh,
them to go watch the video. I told them in
oh,
the
okay,
chat.
okay. Yeah, so that's something that I wouldn't want to pass, which
Hmm.
is the inability to control your emotions and
Yeah.
control your anger. So something that I want to pass on is
Oh
how to
my god,
control
you're
your
gonna be such
anger.
a good mom. Please make me a tia.
I said anger, I think. I don't know.
Anger.
Really? I've been getting told that, but I still feel like there's a lot of things that I could work on.
Yeah, but like nobody's ever gonna be ready to be a mom. Nobody's ever born to be ready to be a mom. I think what we learned, like your mom had you what at 16, my mom had me at 21.
Hmm.
That right there, the difference. That's insane, actually.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is. But I've been my mom, and you did too. But I feel like we just really learned like a lot from them. I feel like I've already experienced sort of being a mom with Leo. I
Hmm.
wouldn't say I'm ready to be a mom, but like I know the basics. You,
Hmm.
I've seen the way. I remember how you used to be with Leo, like get off, whatever, and get off.
Yeah.
But like you're not with him. Like you're not like that with him no more. I've noticed that. Like you're very like with him instead.
Hmm. I don't
Makes
know. I'm
sense.
still also practicing with Leo. I mean, I know that he was, raised differently, but I
Mm-hmm.
see like little things where, I would raise him a certain way if it was me, but obviously like he has a lot of energy
He's a
and
kid.
he always like wants to do things with you and no matter what you do, he's like, "Can I try? Can I try?"
He's always gonna want to, but that's just kids are they want to
Yeah.
explore. So
And so that's also something that I don't know if I'm ready for to like have a kid literally attached to my hip, to be following me everywhere and stuff like that.
yeah,
But I can also see it's like I feel mixed emotions because I'm like I would love for them to be a part of everything and I would love for them, to help me with chores, help me with dishes, to help me with laundry and they can find the joy in like simple things and
hmm
going to the grocery store
I feel
and
like
stuff
we
like
say
that.
that we're not ready, but I feel like you. I can see you being a mom.
I
Being a mom. I feel
keep
like you'll
getting
enjoy it.
told that.
Yeah,
I don't know
I'm
why.
waiting.
What is that? You guys are gonna stop telling me that. It's gonna
Please,
get to my
please,
head and then I'm
please,
gonna want one.
please,
Oh my
please.
gosh. Okay, another question. So let's say you have a son and he has a girlfriend and you find out that he's cheating. What do you do?
Ooh, I'm gonna be honest. It depends how I found out that my son is cheating on his girlfriend. How I would tell the girl. Like I'm not. How do I say this? I'm not saying I'm gonna snitch on my son because I'm gonna correct him and I'm gonna be like either you tell her or I tell her.
Hmm.
That's where I'm gonna set the line at. Like I feel like he should really understand. I'm not gonna be the mom that grounds them, but I would hope to see like I would hope that you would see your daughter, your future daughter, in her shoes. Like what if your daughter was getting cheated on?
Hmm.
Like what if that was you? What if that was your son? Like what would you know?
Hmm.
I would really like sit down with him first, but I'm gonna be like, either you tell her, or I'm gonna tell her.
Hmm.
So I don't know what I would do. Same thing with my daughter.
So would you be strict and be like, "This is not right. You're gonna fix it and never do this again."
Yeah, Yeah, I would like honestly like have an honest talk, but I'm gonna bring the dad in it too, obviously.
Hmm.
Hopefully they do right by that, but I don't know. Everybody thinks differently. Yeah, we're gonna. It's my son, but like you can't change someone's way of thinking if they don't want to. I just hope my son
I
just sees that.
halfly agree with that, especially because they're your son. You can raise them a certain way.
You can, but it's the way it depends on the type of friends they surround themselves with, though. You have to see that as well. You can say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna raise my son like that," but is he really gonna be like that when you're not around?
That's why you teach that. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like you have more control over a mindset when it's your kid. But at the same time, there's no real way to guarantee that. And that's
Exactly.
scary.
Exactly.
That you can really just do your best.
Exactly like the way I would hope Leo grows up to be. Like I would hope it's not like a bad group of friends that he surrounds himself with.
I think you can also teach that.
You can, but
It's like you can, pick the good friends if
you
they make you do these things and they're not good friends, or
but are they gonna listen? That's the real question.
could you raise a kid to care about their friends?
You can't predict anything, dude. It's just in this life you don't know. You don't know.
No. Because I have like this in my mind where, you can teach morals. Like if they know that something's wrong, they're not going to surround themselves with that. Like if you raise your kid to know it's bad to um hurt people, they're not going to go around punching everybody, or they're not going to go around starting fights. But if you teach them to not do that, then they'll raise do that, and then no one can make them do that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just think like some mind things are instilled.
They
Like,
are.
oh, I'm never gonna steal from another kid, so no one can make them steal from another kid, you know?
Yeah.
But it's like, what are those things that you can instill, and what is just advice, or that they're never gonna take, or
Exactly. You don't, and you really won't know. So
oh my
it's
god, that's so
like
scary.
I could literally breathe. I would literally be so down bad right now if I like was still hang out with the people I hung out with in middle school. Like I would be in the same shoes that they're in right now. If that makes sense. I'm
Mhm.
not saying they're bad people, but it's just I wouldn't want to be around them now.
Mhm.
Like I would probably be doing the things they're doing, but I'm
Mhm.
not.
Yeah.
Each their own, but
Yeah.
it really it's like depends on who you hang out with.
Yeah. And so, do you believe in wrong person, wrong? Wait, right person, wrong time?
Right person, wrong time.
Yeah.
Mm, I want to say I do, but a part of me doesn't believe that because if it was really your person, there would not be a wrong time. But some
Mhm.
people need to be away from each other to see that value of the other person, and then they
I agree
come
with that.
back to each other. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And
Because you don't know
sometimes
what
it's
you have till it's
necessary.
gone. Yeah.
Sometimes it's really necessary, but I think it's very necessary to grow apart from each other and grow individually and come back. So it could
Mhm.
be same person. I mean, wrong person. I mean, right
Right
person,
person,
wrong
wrong
time.
time.
Yeah.
Why do we laugh the same? Someone told me that.
Ooh.
Literally, oh, because you know how Karina came over after the last podcast? I was like showing her a little bit, and she was like, "You guys laugh the exact same."
Ew.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Oh my god.
I don't know. I don't believe in right person, wrong time.
You don't?
No, I don't know, because I think if it's truly meant to be, it'll work out, or you guys
Exactly,
will work
but
it out.
like I believe in that too. I really do, but like some people have to grow individually and then they end up coming back to each
I
other.
I do agree with that. Yeah, if because I well, then that wouldn't be right person, wrong time. That would just be they just need some more developing to do before coming back and actually having a mature relationship.
Okay, I see that.
But I would think right person, wrong time is just, oh, this person is everything that I want, but not, I don't want them right now.
Yeah.
It's just a not a good
I
time.
also feel another part of me feels that that's just an excuse to like for the other person to see like or to just because they're not valuing what they have in the moment, you know?
Yeah,
So,
that's another, that's like a deeper excuse of that saying. They just don't
yeah.
appreciate that. One of them doesn't appreciate
But so
that.
many people say that on social media. It's crazy. I was scrolling through TikTok and I just kept seeing like there was this video that actually was speaking about that and people in the comments are like he's my person but he's just not ready. He has so much growing to do, all this stuff, blah blah blah.
Hmm. I
That's not
mean,
your person if you actually can't, you know? But
yeah,
he's just not mature enough to realize that yet.
yeah, I can kind of see that, and I kind of agree with that. But I can also see that, people who say that also, I don't know, because I was just thinking if I saw someone post that, wrong person, I mean, right person, wrong time, we keep
Why do you
messing
keep
that
saying
up,
that?
that, one of them didn't try hard enough, or one of them,
The lack of effort.
yeah, like of effort, or they just couldn't work at it,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
or something is
Just
going
a
on,
lack
and
of something on the other in the other person. Because there's always
yeah,
gonna be somebody that's gonna try hard. Somebody that's always gonna
yeah.
want it more than the other person. But you both have to want it as equally as the other person, you know,
Hmm.
for it to work.
I also heard a quote that relationships are only good if the guy loves the girl a lot more.
A lot more. I agree with that.
Because a girl who loves a guy a lot more, it's it would it's worse.
It is.
I can kind of see that.
It is, yeah. I feel like you start to feel crazy at a certain point because like you're doing everything you can to get this guy's attention to make it
Mhm.
work and that he's just like, "Oh yeah, like I'm here," but they're not there, you know, mentally.
Mhm.
And you start to go crazy like maybe he does love me, but I just need to do this and this.
Mhm.
You know, but I feel like if a guy really loved the guy has to love the other girl more for it to work because obviously the girls love deeply. I feel like they do.
I do think that.
Obviously.
Mhm. Yeah. Um
That's that's a topic I don't want to ever talk about again.
another question is it a red flag when someone you're talking to mentions their ex?
Oh, it depends
What do
how
you
they
think?
mention it, but it's always gonna be a red flag.
Always?
Always.
What about if they mentioned, well, in my past relationships, I kind of already know what I want in my future relationships, and then start talking about um, the things, the boundaries that they have, the things that they expect.
I think that's just like knowing what you want. I don't think that's specifically speaking about an ex. You
Yeah,
know?
so like you were saying, it depends on how they say it.
Yeah.
So like it's different
It's not a
if
red
someone's
flag if they
like,
talk about the boundaries and stuff. I feel like
but then what if they bring up their ex and how they
that's
like
a red flag.
intercepted some boundaries,
That's
or
a red flag.
so just talking about them
Just
in
talking about
general.
them in general, I feel like I will never mention an ex unless I'm being asked, but I will never go too far into detail because it's kind of like for what?
Well, then what about if the other person just wants to know their past? So like it's a free space, they can just talk about everything that they've been through.
I just this is the thing though. I see it like if people ask about my past, they're gonna know what I let pass with my exes, and then they're gonna think, oh, well, this is how I think. They're gonna be like, oh, she let it slide with this guy. Maybe she'll let it slide with me. You know?
Not all guys think like that though.
But in this generation, they do. That's the thing.
Most, but not all.
Yeah. But
Because you also can't expect every guy to think that, oh, she's gonna let stuff slide,
Mhm.
or to come into a relationship with those intentions.
Mhm. Yeah. But I'm not saying come into the relationship with those intentions. It could be like later on in the relationship too. Like he knows my
Mm-hmm.
past. I'd rather just not talk about my past. Like If you know of him, okay. And if you know like what happened between us, okay, that's fine. But I'm not gonna like go into detail about it. You know what I mean? Like if somebody asked me about my ex. Actually, somebody else asked me about my ex, but like I just said, oh, like we don't speak no more.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I would say. Like I don't really go into detail just because I just don't like going into detail about it. It's just very. I feel like I went my relationships are. I love that. Like I love the other person way more than they love me. I feel like it really messed me up to a point where I just don't want to speak about it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I need to work on that communication, but I'm learning, But I know what I
Yeah.
want now. I know how I should be, how I shouldn't be. But there's a lot of things that I'm still working on in those like that I went through those relationships that I'm not ready to speak about yet that I still need to work on, Like maybe
Mm-hmm.
when I'm ready and they ask me about that, I'll talk about it, but like right now I just wouldn't talk about like my past
Mm-hmm.
relationships.
Yeah, that makes sense. Next question. Do you think your parents being separated has affected you?
Damn. I'd ask you the question first. You go
Me?
first, you answer it.
Um, I studied psychology.
You
So
what?
I studied psychology.
Really?
Yeah, I took psychology dual enrollment in high school.
Uh-huh.
And from that standpoint, I would say yes. From
Your
from
standpoint though.
personal, I don't know. I feel iffy about it because I haven't really thought about it that much or gone into depth, but I can see how some of my personality traits and some of my relationship traits could stem from that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's this saying about fatherless women that's there for a reason because mostly people without fathers they go into over sexualization and they go with problems and
Mm-hmm.
there was actually this one podcast. It was the Whatever podcast actually, where all of the girls were doing OnlyFans, and all of the girls had this mindset. And he asked, "Okay, so which one of your are all your parents together?" They were all not together, all of them.
Were they fatherless, low?
Yes. So a father was not a
Damn.
part of their
Life.
life. And so I can see that, and I can also see that when you see um, parents separate, you also get instilled in your mind that love isn't forever. I heard someone say that too. And so when you're a kid, that's your idea of love. That's your
Yeah.
idea of how a relationship is going to be or should be or stuff like that. So I do see a little traits where I always thought guys can never learn how to love. Like that's just part of their nature. They're never gonna like they're not
No.
sentimental like
Mm-hmm.
women. Like they're not gonna understand. They don't listen.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I
a
agree.
relationship with a man is just never gonna
There's always gonna
be
be that
good.
man though
Yeah,
that will know how to love you though.
yeah. And so I guess I just kind of grew up with. I guess I just kind of grew up with the idea that men are just never gonna love correctly.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just from me seeing, the type of men that my mom would see. But it's not true because then she met, David, and David was
Oh, I
actually
love
really
David.
good with him or with her.
That's easy.
so, so then I saw, that example, and that's when I actually started raising my standards because David would always bring me food. I wouldn't have to ask for things. He would do things for me, and so then I started expecting that. So I think I definitely saw the correlation in that.
Oh, I
So
miss David. I'm gonna
yeah,
cry.
it's okay. And what about you? Do you think that separated parents affect you?
Yes, I'm literally about to cry just thinking about it.
Oh my gosh. It's
No,
okay.
yeah, there was a part of me. I feel like it's very needed. It's definitely needed to grow up with a father. You know, because
Hmm.
I lowered my standards so much. I'm literally gonna cry.
It's okay.
But growing up, like I would always blame myself, like, oh, he doesn't want to be with me, like I'm such a bad daughter, because he has this other family, like
Hmm.
he treated them so good, and then like when we were, do you remember when we went to Mexico when we were like 12,
Yeah.
and we met him and my sister and my brother,
Hmm.
and I was like, damn, like he treats them really good.
Hmm.
Like, is there something wrong with me, you know? But, I started to realize it wasn't me. Like, it was just him. Because after that time we went to Mexico, he never spoke to me again up until I turned 18. And he tried to contact me because he found out that I was going to Mexico, that I was going to go see my cousins and all this stuff. And, out of respect, I told my mom I didn't want to speak to him. She's like, okay, that's fine. I'll tell him to send me, like, give me his phone number. And I was like, okay. I never saw my dad the same after that day because he disrespected my mom in so many ways and his wife. And, I never call him dad. I called him by his name. And
Mm.
a part of him hurt whenever I would call him by his name, and I could tell. And this past last year in April when I went to Mexico, when I went to Mexico this
Mm.
past time for my cousin's wedding,
Yeah.
um my cousin's family is actually like neighbors with my dad. And he found out that I was staying with them. And my cousins went over to his house to invite him to the wedding. And my cousin's like, do you want to speak to him? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'm ready. I haven't spoken to him since the last time he disrespected my mom. And mind you, like, I'm 20. Like, and this, like, I haven't spoken to him in 2 years. So I went over, um, and first thing, first thing he did was take a shot of tequila. Like, that's what he was doing. Like, he was
Oh my
crying.
gosh.
And I was like, damn, like, that's how much it hurt you? Like, are you kidding me? That's how much it hurt you. Imagine how much it hurt me.
Mm-hmm.
But, he just kept asking me questions, but I wouldn't answer. Like, I just stay quiet and I, like, hear him out. And obviously, like, I was crying, but, I heard him out. I let him talk his talk or whatever. And then after that day, like, a part of me healed, knowing that he's hurting. I can finally feel at peace because he regrets everything.
Mm-hmm.
So ever since I went to Mexico that of last year, I've never felt somewhere like so much at peace that um I actually finally realized what kind of men I wanted to surround myself with. So that's when, like, I started cutting off people that I was talking to. Um but to answer your question, yes, it affected me mentally a lot. I would blame myself a lot in, like, relationships. And people
Mm-hmm.
would call me, oh, she has daddy issues, but I also had mommy issues.
I've been told that too. Oh my
But I feel
gosh.
like we're grown now. Like, we don't have those issues that much anymore with our moms. So,
Yeah.
daddy issues, boy.
Yeah. I was also something that came into my head is that daddy issues. There also is a correlation in when a woman doesn't have a dad that they look for love elsewhere. And it's like that kind of instills the foundation of love in the beginning of the life.
Mm-hmm.
Because then when you get older, it's like, oh, I want to feel that love. Either I'm gonna go do this or I'm gonna go do that, and that's why a lot of women are in OnlyFans for validation, like they're all that
I
stuff.
used to seek male validation. That's so embarrassing, but I used to. I used to
It's just a
so
part
much.
of it, I think.
It
I
is.
don't know any other, like, it's just hard to think of anyone who hasn't had been through that.
Mm-hmm. But not no more. Thank God.
Yes.
Oh
Oh my
my
gosh.
gosh. Jinx.
Yeah. Actually, oh my gosh, that's a
What?
whole nother thing. I don't know. I just heard that jinx is a curse.
How?
It comes from a I don't know if it's a Latin word or a Greek word that means curse. Yeah.
Let me search this up. Hold on, guys.
Wait. Ask do you have ChatGPT?
Yes.
Or yeah, just ask like where does it come from? That's why people say it so that it's not broken until you do that thing like Ote Masoda.
Jinx is traced to the 17th century jing, spelling or meaning a spell, and ultimately to the Latin word inx, also spelled jinx with a J.
So does that mean that
It means a
every time
spell,
so someone it's like a word spell, like spell.
a trauma spell. That's what it means.
Mm.
That's
Brujeria.
that makes sense.
Is it?
Like,
And so I mean, that's just something that you grew up with. Like, I didn't know what it meant. I mean, I knew that obviously the word jinx is meant like bad luck, bad omens,
mm-hmm.
but
Damn, I did not know that.
mm,
I learned something new
oh my
today.
gosh. Okay, so my next question is
What?
I don't even know how I would answer this one. So, if you wrote a book about your dad or and mom,
Okay.
what would be the last line?
Damn. Did I write
Yes, you did. Yes,
these?
you did, ma'am.
Huh?
Yes, you did,
I don't
ma'am.
know how I would.
I haven't thought about this.
A book. I think I would just. I would probably just say maybe in another lifetime.
What does that mean? Clarify.
Maybe in another lifetime, he'll treat me like I'm somebody. You know?
Mm.
But my mom. And that's my mom, guys. We hate each other, but we love each other.
That makes sense, and that's my mom. That I think that would, yeah. Let's
Literally, that
see.
just speaks for itself. Me and my mom, oh my gosh.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like my dad, since I never really knew him, I think the last line would be,
Who is that?
um, that's all I knew.
Who that is? Who
Yeah.
that are?
Yeah. Maybe, yeah, that's all I knew. And my mom,
God, I love your mom.
and she was my everything. That's what, I don't know. I just came up with that.
No, yeah, I probably write
What?
the same thing about your mom.
Really?
Your mom is my second mom. She knows that.
Yeah,
Literally,
she
like I
does.
have
She loves you.
so much love for your mom. I'm gonna
Yeah.
cry.
Oh my gosh.
That's such a cry baby. Sorry, guys.
Oh my gosh. Well, I love that so far, like, as I'm an adult. I think when you're an adult, you can kind of talk to your parents like an adult, and you, like, there's no, like, covering things to make the kid feel better or to make them
Mm-hmm.
think something that's
Like you
not. You
finally
can just
speak
be
to them.
real,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And so I love that my mom's relationship,
Yeah.
that we've gotten a lot better.
I'm
But
so glad I did. It was so bad.
yeah, but there's still,
Yup. But I feel like that's how it's always gonna be like that. You and your mom are always
yeah.
gonna bump heads, just like me and my mom. And you know how me and my mom are.
Yeah. I mean, just like anybody who's close with anybody, there's
Yeah.
always going to be things.
But I know there's things you wouldn't say to your mom that I would say to my mom.
Yeah, because you guys just talk like that.
Yeah. It's bad. But
Mm-hmm. Oh my
anyways.
gosh. Daddy and mommy issues.
It'd be like that. Let me
Okay,
read you
so,
some questions.
okay.
Do you want me to
I,
read you
I
what?
I actually had just one more on
Okay,
my
go ahead.
list. My last one. So, what celebrity do you feel handles fame well? Me. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Somebody come get this woman.
We're not
I'm just kidding.
manifesting.
Manifestation. I think J. Cole.
Really?
He stays out the way and he makes his music. And Bryson Tiller. Really.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to think. There is no woman on earth or celebrity that is not in drama. I don't know.
Anne
No.
Hathaway.
Who's that?
You don't know who Anne Hathaway is?
Let me search her up.
And
I don't know
Emma
them by their
Watson?
names.
They're never, ever, ever in controversies. See, we like people who just stay to themselves and don't
Is that?
push into things.
Oh, that girl.
You don't know who Anne Hathaway is.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know people by their name. I just need to see pictures.
Really?
I just found out who Morgan.
Freeman?
Yeah, is. Yeah.
Banger.
I mean, I know who he is. Like when I saw him at a picture, but I didn't know that was his name.
Oh, yeah, I know a lot of faces. I don't know
I don't
a
know
lot of
their
names
names.
actually.
Yeah.
Um, I don't even know. The first person that comes to mind is Zendaya and Tom Holland.
Oh
We
my god!
love them.
I forgot about them. They're so
Yeah,
cute.
I don't
Why did
know.
I
I mean,
squeal like
they
that? I'm
don't.
sorry.
It's okay. We love them. I don't know. I just I don't see them in like things that they say or like they get into drama. It's usually
Hmm.
things that fans say, but they don't they don't contribute, and they always keep low key. I don't
Yeah.
know if you've seen. Well, I saw this one interview with Tom Holland saying that he's not going to go to a red carpet for a movie that he's not in because it's just not his thing, and that they don't like being out in the big crowds if they don't have to.
Hmm.
So they like to keep their life private, and they like to
That's
be private.
good. I did
Yeah.
not know that about them.
Yeah. So I love that, they like to be private and not just go out there and do publicity stunts and stuff like that. Yeah.
Damn. I love that for them. I
Yeah.
love them.
So what are some questions that you're talking about?
I have I have 3 questions.
Hmm.
No, I have 4 questions. One of them is just for you, okay? The
For
other 3
me?
are for yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start off with the one that's for you.
Oh man.
Why
Kind
did
of
you
nervous.
I
Kind
can't
of
even
nervous.
why?
Go ahead.
Why did you choose to do YouTube and how far do you want to get with it?
Why did I choose to do YouTube? Um, well, it was just for fun at
Mhm.
first. The only reason I started posting on YouTube was because it was new and it was a platform to post the videos I was already doing.
Mhm.
I don't know if Kenya watches my videos.
Kenya. Oh, yeah, yeah,
Kenya,
yeah.
yeah, my cousin, who we were little kids. I was in
I remember
you remember?
those.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it was before second grade. So it was first grade where we just took the craziest videos. We would set up a phone literally on the floor and just, start singing and dancing or whatever. And we would
Oh.
just talk like
Was
the
it at
most
Mama
random.
Esperanza's house?
Yeah.
Oh,
It
I
was the
miss
most
her.
random things and we would post them on Facebook. So before YouTube, I posted videos on Facebook, and then I found out about YouTube, and like no one knew what it was, obviously, and so I just started posting it because it would all be together, you
Mhm.
know, and you could see like how many people view it and stuff like that, and so I started posting the random videos on YouTube, and then I think that was around the time that more people started joining
Mhm.
on the platform, and so people started making like actual
So you've
videos
been there
with
since day
points.
one, is what you're saying.
Literally, literally since day one. I was in
YouTube, if you
first grade.
see this, get your girl a contract over here.
Oh my gosh. Uh, anyway, so yeah, and then I mean I've just been doing it ever since, not like consistently. Because imagine if it was consistent, then yeah, it would be so much bigger than what it is right now.
Mhm.
And that's kind of the things that I think about because I've been doing it for so long
Mhm.
and it's not where I thought it would be by now. But even Mr. Beast has said
Patty.
that it takes. What is she doing?
She was getting on the table. Sorry.
Oh, but yeah, even Mr. Beast said that it took him literal years. Like he was a teenager, like a really young teenager too, and he just decided to take it seriously not even that long ago. And so
Now he's millionaire,
yeah, now he's
billionaire.
massive. Um, but yeah, I think I'm starting to take it seriously now, just because I want to increase the earnings, and I have that motivation now to see it for a long time. Because for a long time it was just for fun.
Yeah.
And even to recently it was just for fun. Like I wasn't getting anything out of it. But
Content creating is where it's at right now, guys. You gotta take advantage of that.
exactly. And that's another thing that is a trend now, is to get into content creating. And that's when I was starting to think about it like something to make money.
Mhm.
But I also think that there's a balance, because when you start thinking that you do something for money, it starts to take the enjoyment out of it. And I was already
What happened?
what?
Is it bad?
Is it really bad? She just bought that car. It's okay. Oh, well, that's not for me to say.
Are you going back to work? Just go back to work, ahorita. Well,
My brother just ran into Valeria's car, and it's a new car. How do you feel?
I'm not mad. It happens, but like I don't want to report it to the insurance because I just got my car fixed.
Really? I still only do it because it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
And so I get less and less motivation when it's about
Like
money,
you.
you know?
Yeah.
So I'm still trying to find that
Just
balance,
enjoy it,
really.
really. You know,
Yeah.
you got it. Just don't overthink it.
Yeah.
I feel like just have fun with it, and I feel like you'll be fine. I feel like everybody just overthinks it. That's
Mhm.
where they won't go right with it.
Yeah. But yeah, and the goal is just to like earn a living from it, really.
You got it.
Yeah,
You
and
got
I
it.
guess it doesn't matter like the subscribers or the view wise, but even Mr. Beast agrees that it's not about subscribers or about views. It's just about making the best videos that you can, and
Mm-hmm.
all of that will come. Because really, the money is not dependent on your subscribers. Like, it's really not. Some people can get less views but have more engagement and earn much more than a $2 million, not $2 million, 2 million view video. So it's not about numbers at all on views or subscribers,
Mm-hmm.
because it doesn't correlate with the money.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, guys. We had a little um.
Mishap, and now we have snacks.
Yep.
Um,
Okay.
I guess I don't need this anymore.
Next question.
Yes.
What do y'all do for fun?
For fun, oh man, I film YouTube videos, and I do acting, and some like once a year I go snowboarding. Oh, and I do jujitsu. What about you?
I don't think I have time to do anything, to be honest.
That
Just on the
work life,
weekends.
huh?
I literally just work. I go to the gym. I like to go to the gym, but like
Oh yeah,
only throughout the
gym.
throughout the week, not like all the time.
Hmm.
Um, I like to spend time with my friends. I used to play soccer. I mean, I play soccer for fun here and there, but not like all the time now.
Hmm. What about in your daily, weekly life?
I just go to I work 12 hours a day, and then I
12
go
hours a day,
12 hours a day throughout the week,
every day.
every day,
Oh my gosh, girl.
every day, and I go to the gym straight after. I don't get home till like 9:30 most of the time, every day, and I go to work. I start. I have to be there by 8, but I have to wake up at 6. So I'm up from like 6:30 to like 9:30, and then I have to get home, eat, shower. So by the time I'm done, it's almost like what 11:30, 11. Do it again the next day. Yeah,
Dang. Is it worth it?
it's gonna be worth it in the end. I see it. That's why I'm not really complaining about it.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, I don't even have time to cry. Can you believe that? I have to
I
like,
feel
I'll
that.
probably like shed a tear and then I have to get up and then get to work. So
Mhm.
yeah. Um, Next question. What's your biggest regret?
I would say my biggest regret is not spending enough time with people that I cared about
Mm-hmm.
and not starting on my goals earlier. So, and I've also heard that the most common regrets are things that you didn't do instead of
Earlier.
things that you did.
Mm-hmm.
So, definitely, if you're thinking about something, always do it.
Do it. You'll have
It's a
that
lot
regret of
better.
not doing it, then regret like
Literally,
doing it.
the regret of not starting earlier is so much worse than, oh, that didn't work out. Oh, I feel bad. It's a lot worse because, like, what could have been? What if? That's why
That's
it's good.
me right now. I wish I would have started earlier.
What's your biggest regret?
Exactly what you said. Just not spending enough time with my family members. Um, and I know you've noticed that like I would come by at the house like every Friday or every Sunday, like because I just really like to be present with you guys. Like I didn't really notice it, but I love being around you. I love being around your mom. I love being around Patty. I just like enjoy it. And I used to like. I'm not saying I used to not to, but I think I see more like value in family than like I see with my friends. I'm not saying I don't value my friends, but it's like I see more in like family. And I wish I would have spent more time with everybody back then, but you know,
Mm-hmm.
didn't start earlier. But yeah. What's the first thing you see in a guy? I mean, what did you see in Harvey?
That's a tough
ASMR.
question. I'm out of the dating scene now, ma'am. I don't know. I mean, I guess kindness, or the first thing I notice really in anyone is how kind they are,
Mm-hmm.
or how they talk. Like, do they sound like condescending, or do they sound kind?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I don't know. I think that's something that's it's not hard to find these days, but it's hard to find authentic kindness. You
Like
know?
genuine friendships and stuff.
Yeah, genuine. Because really, people can fake all they want. And I was actually talking about this with Harvey the other day about the acting scene and how it's so fake because people want those connections and
Mm-hmm.
people want something
I
from you
think
all the time.
I think I agree with that. I think I care more about what people say and do behind my back when I'm not around than what you present yourself to me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I really noticed that in friendships. Because I used to be like, oh, like this is how they act towards me, but how do they really act behind your back? Like that, I think that's what
Mm-hmm.
matters most.
Yeah.
Um, there was also another thing that I was gonna say too. Fuck. Sorry. I completely forgot I was gonna say too. Um,
So then, what is the first thing that you notice in a guy?
oh yeah, the way they present themselves to others and like the way they treat other people. I think that's very important. Just because you're gonna be with this person, you want to surround yourself with this person. How are they treating other people? You know, you want to surround yourself with a great person because that's who you're gonna become. When you do better, you attract better. You know, you
Mm-hmm.
really want to attract what you deserve. And honestly, I feel like if you want to become a better person, you have to attract better people. I don't know. I just that's why I go to the hospital.
This
Sorry,
is
guys.
so good. The heck?
But yeah, just really the way they present themselves and really how they treat other people and how they are behind their back. Like there's a certain way you can treat them to their face, but if he goes behind their back and says something to me about them, that's a whole different story, you know? Like what did this person do to you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Um but yeah, I think that's really something that sticks out to me. Yeah,
So that's the first thing
that's the
that you
first thing.
notice.
First thing.
That makes sense. Is there any more questions that you have on there?
That's it.
That's it.
That's it, guys.
Yeah, we kind of lost direction for a while. I don't know
Yeah, we
how.
did get distracted.
Yeah, I don't know how podcasters do it, where they just have like a regular conversation. You want to just have a regular conversation? I don't know. I feel like on the spot, you know?
Mm-hmm. Because they're obviously we're just starting out, but
Yeah,
it takes time.
I know.
Sorry, I'm really enjoying these chips. I'm really hungry.
Did you eat today?
I did. I ate two gorditas. That was before I came. But that was like around when I woke up, so like one. I did not wake up at
Dang.
1. I did not wake up at 1. I woke up at 4:30 to go on a jog.
AM?
4:30. I went on a jog, but I woke up at 4:30 and then I left my house like around 5:20. And then I met my cousin. It was my cousin Anthony. I'm gonna go on a run with him. Got home around 7ish, 7:30. And then I stayed up for a bit because I had a doctor's appointment. We were talking, and I just ended up falling asleep. And I woke up like around 1. So it was like around 9:30 when I went to sleep.
Dang. So do you do morning jogs?
I just started. That was my first time actually today.
Really?
I actually like it. Just the like nobody on the streets. It was so
Mhm.
nice. I actually liked it.
So is that something that you want to implement on your routine?
I want to, but I don't think I would do it throughout the week. I would do it just on the weekends, just because
Yeah.
I don't have the time. You know.
Mhm.
I love my sleep, guys. Sorry.
Yeah. Why do you want to jog every morning, or not every morning? Or why do you want to start jogging?
Why not?
So it wasn't
I've
like
always wanted to, but I never like actually got the courage to until I started talking to my cousin about that. Um, and he's like, "Oh, I used to do that all the time," and he would send me pictures like at 4:30 in the morning. He would start on the jog, but recently he stopped because he hurt himself. But he today was his first day back. He was like, "Oh, do you want to go with me?" And I was like, and he's been
oh.
nagging at me to go, so I'm like, "All right, I'll go to and I'll try it out." And I liked it. I do like it. It's just a lot. Like with the cold, it was kind of chilly, and
Mm.
it was raining on us, and my ears were throbbing, and that's what I hate. Like it reminds me of soccer, and like I love soccer. Don't get me wrong, but it just gives me like throwbacks to like whenever my ear would hurt. My ears would throb, but like in a hurtful way, and I had to just stop for like 10 minutes for it to like to go back to
Mhm.
normal. So yeah, I enjoyed the run, but we'll see how it goes for the next few weeks if I go.
Yay.
Hopefully, it's a habit that I tend to like or eventually like that,
Yeah. And you said earlier that you go to the gym. How often do you go to the gym with your schedule?
every day.
Oh, you go right after?
Mm-hmm. Straight after work.
Dang.
Yep. I eat my breakfast. Sometimes I don't even eat breakfast, but I don't really care about that as long as I eat lunch because I know I won't eat until I get home. But I do make sure to eat lunch.
Do you take your lunch?
Yeah, sometimes, most of the time. But um, right after work, I get off at 5, and then I go to my other job. And then from my other job, I get off like at 8ish,
Dang.
and then I go straight to the gym because that gym closes at 9. So I try to do the most I can in like that time crunch that I have. And then sometimes I have to run errands after. I have to go to the store. So I get home like around 9:30, 10 the latest. And then I make myself something to eat, or my mom already cooks something for me. She leaves it in the fridge for me, and then I eat it, shower. Sometimes I blow dry my hair, sometimes I don't. Depends on the day on how I feel. And then I go to sleep. Yeah.
Wow.
But I do that every day. So I do what I can, but I want to do it.
Yeah.
There's no excuses, guys.
Wow.
So I'm
That's
doing
good.
that. Yeah. I actually was supposed to work today from home, but I didn't have time.
Dang.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do it tomorrow.
So, did you want to talk about what you did for your job, like to the public, or is that something
I can't really
private?
speak about it right now.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's like let me see how it goes first before I speak about it
Oh, okay.
because we're just starting out.
Mhm.
Um, it's for Keller Williams, I will say that,
Who's that?
but it's a realtor.
Oh.
Yes, but I can't really speak about it just because contracts and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But I was what was that? But I will say, it's for that real estate company. Um, we're working on something. Hopefully, we'll see how it goes over the next few months. So I'm hoping it goes
Cool.
big. It's something that me and my cousin started out. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah.
Wow.
Nobody really knows about it. I don't really like speaking on it, but
Yeah, I know. It's okay. I
sorry.
was just wanting to know.
Yeah. Some people have asked me like, "Oh, like, what are you doing there?" And I'm like, "Working." And they're like, "Oh, what do you do for work?"
Oh yeah, because you do post about it.
Yeah, I only
That's
posted
that's why I was
once.
wondering.
Yeah, somebody did slide up on it, but it's kind of like, "Oh no, like I'm working." I'm like, "Oh, what do you do for work there?" Working.
Mhm.
I can't really say much, but yeah, I enjoy it so far. Just a lot of research that you got to do. But
Mhm.
it's like a learning experience. And I am like in the process of getting like my real estate license, so I'm getting like a general idea of how to work there because
Mhm.
I have to go to the office to work. But like on Fridays I can choose to either go to the office or work from home. So
Mhm.
it's nice having that working from home.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's what I do.
So do you go to office or do you work from home that day?
I actually didn't go Friday, this past Friday I didn't go. And I didn't work from home either. Just because I had a lot of stuff to do. But I'm gonna get all that stuff done either tonight or tomorrow, because I know I'll have time tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not really stressing about it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool.
What are you planning, or what are you like? Like what are you working in right now?
I don't know.
Really?
I mean, I'm I'm working with Harvey on
Oh yeah.
his business
Mm-hmm.
expansion. So that's,
Is that going good?
I mean, I think so. We've added a few new people to our team.
Really?
Yeah. So, I mean, it's work just because it's difficult to find good people, you know?
Yes, because
But
I work in that too. You know. Oh my
yeah.
god, having to go through their resumes, making sure they don't. Do you have them do a background check or no?
Um we offer that. I'm not sure.
You guys should,
Yes.
just because a lot of people say they don't have a pass, but they do. Trust me,
Mhm.
I've learned that
I
in
think yeah, I know, I
community
think we do
business.
do a background check. But that's also not my department, but
Oh,
I
okay.
do ask
You have a
everybody.
background?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
they better not.
Yeah. But I like the community because so far it's a lot of young people who, want to work for themselves and start something.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, doing that. I mean, I'm still doing my acting. I guess I'm a jujitsu competitor now since there's just so
You
many
were supposed to
competitions.
compete today. What happened?
Oh yeah, I was supposed to compete today. Well, there was no one to compete against.
What do you mean? In your
Yeah,
weight class?
at all.
What
Like there
the?
was no girls that signed up other than the girls at my school. So
That's
we had to
insane.
get a refund. But apparently I mean, we don't know what's happening, but there's also a lot of talk that the company that we signed up with, the people who were doing the tournament aren't necessarily great. And so I don't know. I
Let
don't
them
know.
talk. Prove them wrong.
Oh my gosh. Well, for some reason, people just didn't sign up. But we have another one coming up, so
Really?
yeah.
Let me know when. I'll go.
Okay.
When
Yeah,
is
this
it?
one's actually a lot closer.
Where is it at?
It's near Atlanta. It's in March. Yeah. And this one actually is Bless. This one's a well-known company, so this will have a lot of people.
Okay. Yes! Guys,
Yeah.
pull up.
Oh my
Like, go
gosh.
breathe.
Oh heck no.
Can I record you?
Uh, yeah, if you want. I don't know. It's just very scary because I also don't want people to drive out there and then like me lose or something.
But
And
I feel like that's the gist of it, though. You go to, I mean, yeah, you go to win, but it's also a learning experience if you lose.
well, yeah, definitely, because then you learn, where you could work better at.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned a lot from my first one. And I also learned that pain is not real. It's all in the mind.
It's all in your head.
It is
I believe
because
that.
I had told myself that I was so tired, that I couldn't breathe, that I was just so exhausted. I had no energy in my muscles. I could not.
Mm-hmm.
But after watching the video, I'm like, no energy in your muscles. You kept on moving. Like, what are you talking about? I was like, if you really had no energy, you would pass out or you would be slow. But no, I wasn't. And so I'm just like, I saw it versus what I remember thinking at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and it just didn't correlate.
It's all in your head, dude.
Yeah.
It's really just in your head. So, well, at least you know to work on that.
Yeah, I know. So that's something that I learned, that even if you feel like you're so tired, you can still,
You can still do it. Yeah.
yeah, you still have strength left.
It's raining men. Anyways,
Where's that song from?
I don't know. I just saw it on my coworker's um dashboard because she got a new car.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Her best friend wrecked her car.
Oh my gosh, how? Was she
I can't
driving
really go
it?
into that. Her best friend was the one that was driving, but basically, I just want to say, thanks to her, she has a new car.
Okay.
That's how bad it was.
Wow.
Yeah,
Insurance wise or out of pocket?
insurance wise.
Wow. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. The insurance has to pay for everything. But yeah, I was. I just remember seeing that song on her dashboard right now. I don't know why.
Oh my
I'm so
gosh.
random. I'm sorry.
I don't think I've ever heard that song.
I think that's how it goes. I really don't know. I don't remember. I just remember seeing the title.
Oh, I think I know what song you're talking about. The one that goes like, "It's raining men, hallelujah, it's raining men."
Yeah, that's how
Wow.
it goes.
Okay, yeah, I've heard. I haven't heard the whole song. I just heard it in like a TikTok video.
That's
Okay, we
freaking
might have
fun.
to stop for copyright reasons.
They're not gonna get us.
Well, I can see that is random. My Instagram reels, on the other hand, though, those are interesting.
Instagram reels? Dude, me too.
Yeah,
Mine are
I
stupid.
I can understand now why people prefer Instagram reels over TikTok, because now I go on TikTok and it's just like things I'm not even interested in. And but Instagram always has me laughing.
Dude, I know
There's
you be
just so
sending me
much.
some.
There's just so much funny things, and it's like, I mean, you wouldn't see that on TikTok. It's just, it's funny.
It's because you have two different personalities.
Me?
Your TikTok is different than your Instagram. It's probably the
Oh,
things you
it's,
like too.
yeah. I was also thinking it's probably because I've spent more time on Instagram, so it probably knows what I like a lot better.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, and I never go on TikTok, and then when I do, it's just like, what is this? You know?
Yeah. You should see my Instagram reels. That shit has me. Oh, it has me crackling.
Oh my gosh.
It's so funny. I don't even be sending you some, but they're so funny. I should be.
I saw there was one that I thought was really funny, and I laughed at, and I sent it to my mom, and then I saw that it was liked by Val, and I'm like, why didn't she send me this? It was hilarious.
Yeah, I be sending my mom random ones too.
Really?
Yeah.
You send your
I'm
mom
just
memes?
Yeah. No, it's funny ones that are like, I might get canceled for this. I'm just kidding. But it's just like Mexican humor,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like only Mexican moms like would understand.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to send it to you, you'd probably be like, "What does that mean?" But I'll probably like I can explain it to you, but you probably won't think it's funny.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I sent my mom one video of a meme in Spanish, and now it recommends me all Spanish memes.
That's good. That's funny.
I'll need to show you one that's really funny. Have you seen the memes where people say something that they like about America, and then they have the American flag and they have the eagle sound?
Mm-hmm.
I like those. Those are funny too.
I love those. Whoever came up with that was so funny.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. I know, but
I wish my mom would react to my memes more.
she doesn't.
No. She just opens them and it says "seen." And like, I want to know if she laughs at them, but sometimes she puts a little laughing face.
Sometimes she doesn't.
And sometimes she doesn't.
If it's that funny, she'll laugh at it.
Controversial opinion: react to the things that people send you.
Please.
Don't just open it, please. We need to know. And Harvey does the exact same thing. Like, I sent him things and he doesn't react. I'm a hypocrite.
You do the same thing.
I do the same thing.
I was really about to say that.
Wow.
What you hate about other people is what you hate about yourself.
That's true. Well, sometimes, like if something I laugh at, I put the laughing face, or if I like something, I like it. But if I don't vibe with it, I just leave it alone. Like something has to stand out
Yeah.
for me to react to it. But I should react to everything, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Do I not do that with you?
I don't know. I have to look.
Wow.
You leave me on
Life
scene.
lesson. What?
You can't say you don't because you do.
On what?
Everything.
Wait.
No, I think I leave you on scene now because you started doing it to me. But I don't even mean to do a pettiness. Like
I don't
I just-
either.
Okay.
I know
Sorry.
I know for sure on Snapchat.
Yeah. Yeah,
I know
for
for
sure.
sure on Snapchat. It's because you can just we could just continue sending random pictures forever.
Yeah.
You know,
That was one time.
one time. Well, I can think of one time, but I don't know if it's
This
happened
past
before.
time. I think I had texted you on Snap. But you left me on scene.
On chat or Snapchats?
Chat. A win in the chat or what? Sorry, chat. It was recently
Was
too.
it-
I don't know when it was, but it was recently. I think it was like this past
Were
week.
you
or-
reacting to a memory that I sent you?
Probably. I was like, oh, so cute. Thank you. And you left me on scene. Yes.
Oh
I think it might have been
man.
of Leo.
I think it was a Leo because it was
Oh, my
cute.
little baby.
Yeah. I don't know what I was thinking. Sorry.
It's not okay. I'm just kidding. I don't really care about like leaving me on scene and stuff. As long as you talk to me in person. That's how I feel. You know, people get
Period.
really mad when you leave them on scene.
Hmm. I tell it to my mom. I'm like, stop leaving me on scene.
You get mad?
Well, to my mom
Just your mom?
because she's
My mom does the same
choosing.
thing, but my mom has the red receipts on.
Yeah, my mom does too. For some reason, you don't. Why do you not have your read receipts on?
Why do I need to have it on?
Why not? No one knows when you read it, and no one knows if you're ignoring them.
Exactly.
Or what's your reason for not having them on?
So people won't know if I'm ignoring them.
Exactly.
Or leaving them on scene.
Exactly.
But sometimes I forget to answer. Like I just generally like don't have time to like if you go through my messages right now, I probably like have over 400 messages that I haven't opened.
Oh my gosh.
Look,
Why?
let's
And what's
take a
the reason
look.
for that?
Oh, I have
Do you find
389.
do you find enjoyment of just not answering?
No, I just don't have time. Like sometimes I don't even have time to answer, and then whenever I answer, it's too late because they have had asked me a question. I'm like, all right, well, there's no reason for me to answer it.
300 messages?
They're all from like the past and stuff.
300 messages.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
I need to
That's
delete all
a
those.
lot.
It is, but it's okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But if it was really important, they would call me. I tell people like if it's important, call me because sometimes I don't even look at my messages because I have like I have my family on here, I have my friends on here, but I also have business and like people I have to contact and like other companies, you know, like I just don't have time to balance all that out. Like that's why I think I need a separate phone for work because I use my personal phone for all that stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's crazy. So then what was I gonna ask? Wow. Oh my gosh. My brain. Oh yeah, my question is, so personally for me, I hate seeing notification numbers on my apps. Do you, because I saw a lot of notifications on your thing,
Like what?
on your apps.
Phone calls 29.
So that doesn't bother you? Like you
Uh,
don't open them just for the notifications to go away? Well, I have my
it's too
notifications
much to go
off.
through. That's the thing.
Hmm.
Look, I have that. I
So
have
for like
Snapchat.
Pinterest and all those things, would you rather leave the notifications on there or turn them off so you don't have all those numbers?
I didn't even think about that to be honest. I don't really care like that, but
Really?
notifications. Nope.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Well, you're the other
Because
way
it
around.
bothers me.
Really?
Yeah, because when
I
I
need
have
to.
too many notifications on my phone, it's
You need
just
to go through my phone and edit, like, just clean it out because I can't do
really.
it.
That's it. I constantly clean mine out. I
I
feel
don't have
that's
the
the
time
thing.
to do it. Like, I really don't. And
Wow.
like, I was thinking of doing it last night, but I had to sleep early because I had to wake up at 4:30 in the morning.
Wow.
I knocked out like at 10 last night. I didn't think I was gonna sleep that early, but I was gonna go through my phone and just edit everything. But I just wanted to relax before 10, and I just,
That makes sense.
yeah.
That's crazy. I find myself just constantly cleaning things out. Like I just cleaned out my room today for no reason, just because I
Really?
needed to.
I need to clean my room.
Really?
I need to clean my room. I haven't had
I
time.
don't know.
I could make time.
Yeah.
I'll do it tomorrow. Probably not, but it's the thought that
Yeah, I
counts.
mean,
No, I'm just kidding. But I do need to get out of the habit of like not cleaning my room. But it's not like dirty, dirty. It's just I have clean clothes piled up that I need to put away. That's basically it.
yeah, I do that too.
Which is really, really bad.
My
And I
clean
shouldn't do
clothes
that.
have been in the laundry room for 2 days.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
All right, guys, we gotta go. We gotta go do her laundry.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah,
Everyone, do the things that you've been neglecting. Take that shower
tomorrow
today.
is today.
Put up those clothes.
Today.
Organize those shoes.
Today.
Organize that closet.
Today.
Make that bed.
Today. No, because I need to get in the habit of doing my bed. But it's because my bed's on the floor.
Well, clean that room.
Today.
Period.
I need to. I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
But that's why I love tomorrow. Anyways,
Period.
have any other questions?
I
Or do you want to save it for the next episode?
do not. Yeah, we'll write a lot of things down for the next episode because I thought that we had a lot to talk about. But I don't know how long this is right now. So,
Oh, should I be recording?
luckily, you can see in the window over there.
Yes!
Period!
Anyways, but
I don't know. I mean, I really have nothing else.
me either. You're gonna
Yeah.
cut this off right here. You're gonna be like, okay, guys, that's the end.
Okay. All right, guys. Do you want to close it off?
You want me to close it off?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, guys, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to her YouTube channel. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna share this to my Instagram. She's also gonna share it to her Instagram story, right? She is.
I have not gotten to that level yet.
She is.
Oh man.
She is. I hope all of y'all are doing great. Remember, stay tuned for the next episode. Peace.
Peace.